All right, I'm just gonna kind of flow here, go off the dome. I know this is something I've been thinking about doing for a while, so here it is. So, I think lessons I think that I've learned from this process of starting a company, scaling it now to where it's at, and now we still got a long way to go, but it's starting to get a lot of momentum. But one is once you learn skills like a skill or multiple skills, those are yours. So no one can take it from you. When you have certain, maybe like a car or a house or these tangible items, those can be taken from you. Like something can happen where those are taken from you, and you can't get them back. Um, but when you have skills, right? Those are yours. No one can take that from you. When you learn something, when you read a book and you have these stories in your mind, like those are yours. So learning the skill of meta ads has opened up my mind to so many possibilities of, especially with local service. I'm like, I can go start a painting company tomorrow and get leads right away and then just sub some stuff out. I'm like, oh, I could do that. Or I could go get some home remodeling jobs and find home remodelers and sub it out to them. Like, but all from that one skill that I learned. Or like if I had to move anywhere in America today, or really any English speaking country, Canada, London, America, whatever, I'd be able to figure out how to run ads for businesses there and make money. Like wherever I go, I'd be able to make money now because I have that skill. And so I think that's huge. I think too, then you have the communication skills, sales skills now that have come from that, and a lot of those. The next thing I've learned though is sales and communication are number one. That's the most important skills a person can have. Because even if you're in a company working for someone, you eventually have to sell yourself to them. Sell to them that your work is good. Sell to them that you're a good employee, a good coworker, that you deserve a raise. Sell to them maybe if you're in a bad spot that you shouldn't be fired. All these different scenarios. Sorry, just okay. I got a notification. All these different scenarios, though, you are selling, you are learning communication, and then multiple things come off of that. But then you become a specialist in an area, and you learn these skills, and all of that takes shape. Next thing that I think has been a really big learning thing is when you become an entrepreneur or you start a company, you learn so many skills. Okay, so I talked about the meta ads thing. That's great. But now I also have sales skills because I have to hop on calls all the time with people. And I learned how to be a really good listener. I learned how to just ask them questions about the business and why it would fit or why it might not fit with us. Um, so that was great too. Then I have production. Okay, so I have to do full production. So I have to do sales, I have to do cold outreach, I have to do fulfillment, I have to do um, cold outreach, I have to do production, all that, right? You have all these different things you have to do. Well, now it goes into leadership. Okay, I'm doing all these items to scale. I can't be the bottleneck. I have to learn how to kind of remove myself and plug someone else in. Well, how can I be a good leader to them? Starts with communication. Am I communicating the right way? Do I have my SOPs down? Do I have all these systems down? How to systematize? That's the next thing too. Am I learning systems? Am I learning how to create systems? Am I learning how to communicate to someone what is good, what is bad? Learn not to over communicate to overwhelm them, but also communicate at a high enough level and over communicate enough where it's like, hey, this is crystal clear. We can move forward. So I think that's another really important one. But really, what it all boils down to is when you go on the path of entrepreneurship, you start to learn so much. You learn so many skills. You learn a lot about yourself. Um, the next thing then too is accountability. You when you work a job, or like for me, my background in football, my coach is my boss. Okay, they tell us when we wake up, or when to be at practice, what to do at practice, when to go to lifting, where to go to lifting, sometimes what to eat, how many calories we need to be, how much we need to weigh going into the season, what plays we need to learn, all of that. Okay. Then you come out of that, and I am a self-starter, so that helps me a little bit. Like there's parts of me that aren't um, as driven. I want to be a little bit lazier. I want to do all these things that aren't like the business or pursuing that goal. And a lot of times, sorry, I keep checking my shirts on. A lot of times though, it's easy to like be like, oh, I'll just sleep in, or I'm just gonna do that later, or I'll, because there's no one to hold you accountable. But then guess what? Business doesn't grow. Best case, business starts to slow down, clients start to get mad, your churn rate starts to go up, all that. I'm lucky that at this point our retention rate is still 100%, which is awesome. And I think um, a lot of that has to do with the communication skills and like building relationships and building rapport with these clients. But um, from that point, my point is you have to be disciplined. You have to be hold yourself accountable. And like a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll set alarms like, hey, wake up and do this at this time. Go into the gym right away. That's another thing too. I learned compounding in life. You always hear about compound interest, and you're like, it's the eighth wonder of the world, right? Well, first off, it is. But if you're not in your Roth IRA yet, start putting money in your Roth IRA ASAP. But two, you learn that compounding life isn't, and I'll dive into that. I wake up at a decent time. I'm not saying wake up at 5:30 or even 6:30. Like, wake up at a normal time. Wake up, and I go to the gym right away. I get my workout in. Then I come back home, and I'm alert. I'm ready to go. I haven't eaten yet. I ate some eggs, get some protein in me. But I'm not overeating. I'm just like, I'm good, man. I'm lean. I'm ready to fight a well-oiled machine, and I'm ready to go take on the things I needed for the day. That's the thing too, though. If you don't have like times where you're like, hey, this is my like learning time to dive into AI more or dive into meta ads more, whatever it is, like you're probably not going to get around to that. Or if it's like, hey, this is my time where I'm going to optimize campaigns for clients, or I'm going to do cold outreach, or whatever it is, you lose that. Last thing I'll touch on here, because I don't want this to go too long, is if you are going on the entrepreneurial endeavor, you have to, this is a must, set at least 1 hour a day to revenue generating activities. I heard this recently at the 7-figure agency conference I went to, and I realized like I'll go a week, sometimes 10 days without a single revenue generating activity at times, in a focused sense. Now there's times where probably like I do the cold outreach and little things like that, but like where I'm like actively like really on my phone trying to get people on a cold call, or trying to get people on a discovery call, cold calling people, doing all those types of things. It's like, man, like imagine if I just did an hour a day. And I have not been perfect on that, but I've increased it a lot. And our company's grown. And it's like, oh, like it's as simple as fix. It's the Michael Smoke from Higher Up Wellness, something like that. He always says it's not easy, but it is simple. Don't overcomplicate it. That's all. That's all this is. And there are times where this isn't simple in the entrepreneurial sense, but like doing an hour a day of that, that's not easy, but it is simple. Just do it, right? So those are kind of my thoughts about half a year into this entrepreneurship endeavor. And I'm really excited for the rest of this year and what's next. But hopefully you're able to take something away from this. And really at the end of the day, all this is awesome and great. But it's for the purpose of like creating financial freedom so I can provide for my family. And I really truly feel that like God put it on my heart to start the company. So whenever I'm not doing everything I can to improve that, or like I'm being lazy, I guess I feel like I'm not like fulfilling the gift that God gave me. So I don't know, keep that in mind. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys, and stay tuned for more content.